Sleek Supply make cool, innovative watches. Use the link in the description and the coupon code HowToFAQ to get 20% off. Hey guys, it's Sam here from HowToFAQ, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use version control with Python. Now, I'm going to be showing you how to use version control with Visual Studio 2017. And if you want to download Visual Studio, you can download a free version. I use that free version, and just type in Visual Studio. It's this IDE at the top, first result pretty much, and just download the IDE and download the community version. Now today guys, I'm going to be showing you how you can use version control, and I'm going to be showing you Git version control, and more specifically with Bitbucket.org. Bitbucket offers free version control for a team of up to 5 people, and it's a very reasonable deal just to have free version control like that. And just search it. Normally the top one, you can make an account, click get started free, and just enter in your email address, enter in your full name, and then you have to verify the email. Once you've finished, you can type in your I'm typing HowToFAQ as my unique username. Click continue, and now you can choose to create a team or repository. So because we're only making a solo project, we're going to create a repository, and we're going to call this repository first repo. Make it private and choose Git as our repository type. You can enter in other things, but I'm not really bothered about that at the moment. Now version control is amazing, and I'm going to tell you why. Version control allows you to seamlessly integrate your development. So what I mean by that is I mean that you can save stuff in sequences, what's known as in version control as commits. So I save something, so I make some changes to a file, I commit my changes, and I can easily then revert back to those previous commits. So I can do a series of commits, and the whole idea is you commit like every hour or so, or every time you make a major change, you do a few commits, and you can easily revert back to your commit if you say realize you've lost something in the code, and that way you save a lot of time. And not only is it the best way, it also allows you to track issues. You can see which section of the code, when did it start becoming buggy, and it allows testing to be more integrated. So it's really the forefront of programming technology as it stands today. So let's get started. So we've opened up Visual Studio. Let's go connections, and what we're going to do is we're just going to clone the URL at the top. So you might have seen me take this URL here. You're just going to take this HTTPS and right click copy, and then paste it in. Now I'm just going to leave it as in, click clone right now. And you'll say initializing clone. You're going to have to give your login. Obviously your login is going to be different to mine, so make sure you remember what it is. I think that's my one, and click OK, and you should see something start to happen in a few seconds. You'll say initializing clone, and it's now starting to make the repository. And as you can see right now, there's nothing in our repository. So let's make a change to that. We're going to right click, add new file. We could add anything, and we're just going to start. I'm going to call this first. I'll just call it main, because main is actually a pretty good name for a Python file. And now we've made our first Python repository. So we can make a simple project. I mean, literally anything. Anything you could think of we could do. We could have even made that email project we did in the last video. So let's just make a simple one called print hello world, just to keep it nice and simple, just to show you how version control works. So hello world, Team Explorer, properties. If you go home, and you can just go to changes, I guess, you can see that this already has the changes, and we're going to make a commit. It doesn't really matter that this is just Python here. Just sort that out. If we run that, you see hello world. So we're going to do a commit, and we're going to call this initial commit. And we've set this up with Bitbucket. So this is all free, and we can commit all. We'll just commit it to our local repository. And commit all and sync would push it up to the server, so we're going to do that. So it's pushing up to the server, and it's saying let's have a look. Let's see how it's going. So now we have our project started, and we've made our first commit. We actually want to set the actual location of our repository, our remote location, because at the moment we've only set our local location and not our remote location, and that remote location is what's going to enable us to be able to push stuff to the server. So we've got this, and we can now do a few commands. So now we can do git space remote space add, and then you paste in your HTTPS location of the GitHub of the Git repository, and click enter. Bitbucket, and end of that. And now we've set our remote location. Now we've set our remote location, we better push all these changes to the master. So hit enter, and it's going to actually push these to the master. We're going to have to enter in the password to the repository. So I'm going to enter that in now. Hit enter, and then it's going to, you'll see it pushing up to the master. And now if we just quickly go back to this and refresh the page, we should see, here it is. So we now have our first repository pushed up. If we go to source, you can see mains there, and you can see hello world. Now we have our source control set up. It was that simple, and it didn't take that long, did it? So let's go back to this and actually set a few more things. So if I just added a few more things to this, for example, if I add another print statement, I'll add a comment. This prints all the numbers between 0 and 10. I would just do for I in range 100 print I. So that'll print all the numbers between 1 and 100. And save, and let's run that, and you can see it's printed all the numbers between 1 and 100. Well, yeah, basically all the numbers. And now we go to changes, and changes is where we can commit. So we can say added function, method to print all numbers between 0 and technically 99, and we go commit all, and commit all and sync. So you'll see it push it up, pulling the current branch, so that means it's pushing it up from our local repository. And now if we check again by refreshing, we click back on here, that's the first one, but now we've got the new commit, and you can see this here. So that's what it is, guys. That's how you can make your own source control with Visual Studio. Now Visual Studio is much easier to use than the original Python IDE. For example, if we're using the import math statement, just as an example, import math, see how it gives me a list of options there, not like the Python IDE. And if I do dot, it gives me all the options. You don't get that sort of those sort of options in the real IDE. If I open up the actual IDE, if I have it open anywhere, here it is. If I do import math, import math dot, you're not going to get anything. So, thanks guys for watching this video, and a special thanks to Sleek Supply for sponsoring this video. Be sure to go to sleeksupply.com and check out their cool stuff. They make really cool, stylish watches, and I have to say their designs are really fresh. And they reached out to me and they said that if you guys use your coupon code HowToFAQ, you can get 20% off any of the watches of your choosing. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember, Sleek Supply, and you can simply click on a watch, choose your favorite design, add it to cart, enter the coupon code HowToFAQ, click apply, and bang, 20% off right there. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.